Hey guys, what's up and welcome. It's Matthew here, the designer and developer from South Africa. We are continuing with our WhatsApp clone, okay? So now we are done creating, installing, or adding Mtt components. Everything works well. We did a test and we are happy with it. Now, remember I told you that I'm going to teach you higher level concept. I'm going to give you thinking tools. I'm going to assist you to really be able to think about an application, okay? Most developers, whenever they think of an application, they think of Next.js, Visual Studio Code, and installing packages. They can sit down and plan the architecture and conceptualize what they are going to do. Why conceptualization is important? Simply because it eliminates a lot of errors from the get-go. You can plan and think and eliminate errors, and then from then go to the implementation with a solid and a clear concept of what you are going to build. How is that going to help you? Remember, you are going to work in a team. Okay, so you don't have to think and implement your own ideas. You need to have some sort of a way to illustrate your ideas, talk to yourself back and forth, and also be able to present your ideas to somebody else. Okay, so that's why concept it's very important. So now what we are going to do, some people they stand from front to back. I think most YouTube tutorials and clones, that's what they do. We start with what we see, which is the user interface. I'm going to take a different approach. I'm going to start from back to front, just like the same way we do when we are building a real life structure, okay? Some sort of a house. We start with the foundation. We don't start with painting, okay? So I think to me, from back to front, it's the best approach, okay? So with that being said, we need to design our database, okay? Then again, database design and modeling, it's something that we don't really teach on YouTube, okay? We just get some schemas, create tables, delete them as we go, and then change them until they work, okay? So now we are going to get to that database design, okay? Let me just type here, database design, okay? This will also give us an idea of what features are we going to add and whatnot, okay? Cool. So the first thing that we need to do, we need to identify entities, okay? These are not tables, they are entities for now in this stage, okay? What do we have as entities and what is the relationship between those entities, okay? So let's start this from, we can start it from a user going forward. That might work. For instance, we've got a user and the user want to do this, and this is how it's going to happen. But let me just take a different approach to that. I will tell you why. Remember, we said this is the chat feature of WhatsApp. So basically, the problem that we are trying to solve, we are not solving a user problem. The application didn't start because we want to register users, okay? Registering users is not an application. We started the app because we wanted to implement the chat feature, okay? So I'm thinking starting from the problem domain and starting from the overall arching goal, which is to chat, okay? It's very important, okay? So the first entity that we have, okay, it's the chat, okay? Or let's say chats, okay? So these entities will form part of our database and schemas. So it's very important for us to write them in a certain way, okay, in a manner that it's going to be consistent right through, okay? Let me just give you a hint. Why do you have to design and plan your database, okay? You don't have to do it as you go, because the way in which you name your entities, it's the same way in which you are going to name your tables. It's still the same way in which you are going to name your fields on the UI, okay? More about that later. So we've got chats here, okay? So what else do we have? If we've got a chat, there must be a user, to create a chat. Okay, that means to some sort of create it. Yes. So we are going to have users. Okay, and then what else? We've got users, and the users are creating chats. Okay, and the users are creating chats. Um, I think that's about it. Okay. Okay, that means when we are registering, we are going to register users, and these users will be creating chats. They will be chatting with each other. Let's just go to the UI and see what else could we do here. So, first screen, you are going to register as a user. Second screen, or another screen, you are going to log in. Once you log in, you will see these users. Okay, you will see these users. Okay, these are, I'm wrong. Okay, I'm wrong. How you name things or how you call things, it's very important because you might uncover and discover new entities based on how you call things. When we are here on this screen, these are not users. These are users when we are on the login screen because a user is logging in. But here, guys, these are what? Um, these are contacts. Okay, let's go back here. We've got contacts as well. Okay, so let's try to contacts. Okay, so let's try to differentiate between users and contacts. Okay, when we register, this will get into users. Okay, that means you are a user. When we talk of a user, guys, we are talking of an entity that interacts with the entire system. Okay, it's that entity that must be authenticated. It's that entity that requests permission. Okay, so as you can see, it's the entity that is outside the system and it's using the system. That's a user. But now we've got the same users. As you can see, guys, this might be a user. Okay, it's the same user, but now here it's wearing a different cap. It's a contact. So somebody might ask, what might be the difference? Why do we really need to have this what can I say, this entity? Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so we've got chats here. Oh, sorry, we've got users. Okay, these users, let me just remove this naming. These users will have contacts. Okay, they don't have other users. No, they have contacts. Okay, why they don't have other users? Simply because once you log in into your own WhatsApp, okay, you don't see all the users that are in the system. You only see the users that you have added or you have picked. Okay, I hope you see the difference. So, meaning that contacts, it's a group of users which you are chatting to or you are in conversation with or you are interested in conversing with them, then we call those contacts. So users will add contacts. So we need to have contacts here. So basically, contact will just form a relationship between users. Okay, this ID 1 has got a contact which has got an ID 2. The same ID 1 has got a contact which is ID 3. The same, also ID3 might have a contact which is ID2. Okay, so I hope you get the idea. So this is a valid entity and it makes sense um for this problem that we are trying to solve. Guys, I'm not going to make this super complicated. I'm thinking about statuses. Okay, I'm thinking about statuses. I wish I can take it um one level deep. Maybe I'm going to create statuses. Statuses will need some images, and then okay. Um, this is going to make the project complex, but I think I want something that is complex. Okay. After this implementation of this status, I believe I'm going to be a better developer. I will learn something. Okay, so I'm trying to push this to one level deep. Okay, cool. And then let's go here, contacts. Okay, now let's add one last entity, which is statuses, something that I really didn't think of implementing. Okay, statuses. Let's evaluate if statuses it's a valid entity. We've got users here, and these users will do what? These users will create statuses or will make statuses. Okay, statuses. Okay, I don't think these statuses really have to disappear. Okay, I don't think they really have to. Mm, Do they really have to disappear? For now, let's just leave it like that. Okay, I think adding statuses, it's some sort of a complexity on its own. We don't really need another level of complexity. Okay, let's just have permanent statuses. So these users will have statuses. Okay, cool. Now let's just create an ERD, entity relationship diagram. Okay, so in the center, do we have chats or we have, what is the main entity that holds all of them? I think users have got chats and users have got contacts and users have got statuses. So I think users wins here. Okay. So now let's just do it in singular. Instead of saying users, let's just say a user. Okay. So we've got a user here. Let me just press Shift A for an auto layout, and let me just put a fill color here and change this to any color. And then let's change this. I don't think I like this color. Let's look for more bluish color. Yes. And then let's change this black to white. Okay. So in the center, we've got users. Okay. Or a user. Cool. A user. Let's form a relationship. Okay. My apologies about that. Double click, double click. I'm happy with this. Okay, so a user will do what? First, let's start with contact. A user will add a contact. Okay, I think I can use an arrow here instead. Let me use an arrow. I think an arrow is important, or an arrow is going to do what I want. Okay, because we need to some sort of indicate the relationship, how it goes. Okay, as you can see, a user adds a contact. Okay, makes sense to me. A user add a contact. Okay, and then after the user has added a contact, a user, let me just make this small, a user can create a status. Okay, let's see. A user. Okay, a user creates a status. Okay, happy with this. These entities make sense. A user creates a status, contact, status, and a user. The same user can, do you start a chat or can add a chat, or a user can chat? Okay. Um, but this is not can, it's not the best way to say it. It doesn't really make sense. Shift H. Okay. Let's say a user creates. Okay. So a user can create a chat. How many entities? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Are there any other entities which some sort of hidden entities that I might not be aware of? I don't think so for now. Okay. We can end here for now, because these are the only entities that I'm thinking of. Okay, so in the next video we are going to get into details on the fields of these entities. Okay, please guys, don't forget, I've got these two awesome courses. If you might want to learn more from me, please check Udemy, check the link in the description below. I've got Next.js, ShadCN UI for absolute beginners, and I've got React Advanced Component Composition here for some advanced student. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like, share, and comment. If you might want to contact me, please come here and give me your name and detail. I can teach you exactly what you want to know. In case you are new here, don't forget I've got also buy me a coffee as well. All the links are in the description. Thank you so much. See you on the next one.